Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Bunny with Guns, and this is the big one. All right, this is the one we've been waiting for. Give me something interesting. By that I mean this is the last of the. I'll take some wall bypassers. This is the last of the Streets of Rogue in the daily regiment that I've had. Basically, is that the last I'll be playing the game? Almost certainly not, but it is the last part of the every 4 days kind of thing. So we're gonna win today. I'm very confident in it. Let's just start off full thief build. We even have extra bypass or wall bypasses, and we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, you just gotta rob a certain amount of safes. We are up to 9 of the wall bypassers. Should be a useful thing to have. And yeah, we are already starting off at a disadvantage, which is specifically the fact. Sorry about this. It's the fact that I just recently, and by that I mean literally like 20 minutes ago, finished an eye exam. And this eye exam went well. You know, I mean, not necessarily any problems or anything like that. The biggest concern is the unfortunate fact that the lady seemed to make a mistake. I think. I got my eyes dilated, my pupils, and she missed. And by that I mean, it seems as if she put obviously it's one drop of the liquid into one eye, one drop into the other. It basically ended up 2 in one eye, 0 in the other, which seems extremely dangerous in one extent, or to one extent, and also just very inconvenient. And so I do think that could end up causing problems. Stay back. Because right now I can barely see out of one of my eyes. It's pretty fresh, and yeah, it's not that bad for the other, but you know, still not great. Safe. I did not do. Why does everything make noise in this game? Okay. Here's basically we got to make a choice. I think we are. The win is the focus. We're gonna take the L on the big quest. Not too concerned about it. Is useful in getting the level ups, but I think at the end of the day, if we're gonna have to risk our lives for it, it's gonna take us further away from the win. Yeah. Unfortunately, that means we did just straight up fail it, I believe, for the entire thing, but we can still get bonuses from it if we complete it moving forward. Here, let's just deal with this guy pretty swiftly. Should have some heals hopefully in here. Nothing. Oh, we even leveled up, so that's not even of concern anymore. All right, well, we'll keep it moving here. I was talking to, so while I was doing the eye test, of course, one of the kind of classic things. Can't believe that didn't hit either of us. Is that they do the essentially. Yeah, sorry, okay. They do the puff air where you sit your chin on this little rest, and then they send this spontaneous puff of air into your eyes, testing, I don't know, reflexes. Is it like at the doctor with a hitch on the knee? I'm not sure exactly what it's for, but I'm sure it is scientific, no doubt there. But it totally gets me every time. Like, never have I been hit with that and not just been absolutely rocked to my core by what happened. And the lady told me that she's had people. I'm like, I said, I'm like, man, gets me every time. Totally shook. And she's like, there are people who do that and don't even shake. And I'm like, is that even good? Is it like that where you're testing reflexes, or is it a good thing or a bad thing not to flinch at all? That's my personal question. My guess would be that it kind of is indifferent. I think they're testing kind of the effect on the. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It still seems like sensitivity at the very least would be partially part of the test that they got going on. But yeah, not really my problem. I handled it like a baby. Pretty much how it happens every single time. I have no. It's not like I try to. I mean, I don't know. Pretty much, it's ultimate fear mode for me, where I just sit there and like flinch repeatedly. Yes, absolutely. that is dynamite for this character. I sit there and I flinch over and over again as she prepares. Yeah, it was pretty inconvenient because I try to get my eyes tested and like maybe potentially update my glasses pretty much every year, and that's pretty much how it ended up this time around. Last year, just before I went back to school, I got my eyes tested, and I'm doing the same this time. And we got there, and actually, you're not intending to do that. Bribe with item, maybe? Yeah, sure. Okay, that might not have been worth it, but wasn't horrible. Not necessarily a huge waste. Yeah, we got there, we got everything done, and we went out and we were getting ready to get our glasses, and we have this, we're lucky enough to have like insurance that kind of alleviates a lot of the price complications that are associated with a pair of glasses, because for some reason they're just insanely expensive. Yeah, so we went out there, and I'm like, hey, can you tell me like how much, like how does the insurance that we have exactly work? Like how much do I get off? What's the cobay? That kind of thing. And she looked it up, and apparently we came exactly 1 day early. We didn't like calculate it. We just hoped that it worked out, and we came 1 day early. And thank God that only does 20 damage, because I was clearly not prepared for that. It wasn't even like it ended up actually mathematically working out pretty much perfectly, because we did come exactly 365 days after our last test. It's just unfortunately, this is very good, I think. Unfortunately, it's a leap year, which means that we came right at the wrong time, and then tomorrow we could get our glasses, but they're like lab where they make the glasses aren't open, so I can't even get it till Monday, and I'll be back at school, so kind of got screwed over there. Not necessarily complaining. Nobody's to blame besides the extremely specific requirements of our insurance system. But even now, I'm not angry about it. It's just, it was a very frustrating thing to find out. It's like, oh, really? Literally 1 calendar day early? Yeah, things just didn't work out, unfortunately. Not too concerned about it. This is a stressful one. I'm not sure how exactly I want to handle this. Let's... You guys starting to get the picture that we're probably not going to get a win before this series kind of hits its hiatus? Look, that wasn't a dangerous play and basically 100% unnecessary to what I was actually going for. I mean, kind of, but like, I don't know, I thought it would work out. Oh, that's such a bummer. Of course, it sent me directly backwards. Gosh, okay, well, I should have just run through the last, because now I had to waste 2 of those, but man, I can't believe that. That is so frustrating. Yeah. I was being sarcastic. I don't expect to win. I don't think I'm good enough to win this game on solos. And we basically, or I should be playing this on Switch right now, because that's kind of my own personal home ground, but unfortunately, the freaking dumb Amazon thing gave me a bad... Okay, I'll just take you out. They gave me a broken freaking capture card that's haunting me to this day, and I'm just holding off on buying a new one until I really figure out what I want to do. I would like to have it, I mean, I guess, I was going to say I would like to have it stream Fall Guys on Tuesday, but I'm going to stream it anyways, probably just on PC, whenever that ends up coming out. Yeah, that's pretty good. What a bummer, dude. That run was moving really well. Honor Amongst Thieves, honestly, is pretty good. I guess I didn't read it, because I have a little bit of experience playing the Thief. I think I've won with him in the past. I'm pretty sure Honor Amongst Thieves Plus means that I get cheaper stuff when I buy things from other thieves, which is really, really good. Because they sell all the thief items. Man, you must have not expecting to go right through that window. That's weird. Give us an easy way out, so I'm not gonna complain or anything like that. And I totally forgot that you can steal as the thief, which is unfortunate. Kind of just been playing him as the wall bypass character. But we can go ahead and move. Start to use that a little bit more on the second run. getting up behind him like that. Yeah, okay. That was honestly my mistake, just not even playing the character right. And I'm not going to blame that for the loss. There are other dumb things I did that ended up being a loss, or that had it result in a loss. But will you speak to me? There's a shotgun. That instills deep fear in me. Okay. Hello, officer. Okay. I don't know what I did to you. This seems a little unfair. I was getting shot at, and the police seem to think I'm the culprit there. But I mean, I didn't treat the guy with too much respect. You know what? This mission's gonna be tough to get, but I think we've lost the police enough for it to be possible. Okay. What do you want me to do? Break out some prisoners? Is that what that said? Yes. Okay. Here, I think you can just go ahead. I think if we time this right, we should be good. Okay. You know what? Got one more. Pretty much one wall bypass for one completed mission is something that I can't necessarily complain about. Okay. It's 5 nugs. Not necessarily great, but better than nothing, and we can go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, I think this series is going to end pretty much how it started, and I can't complain about that because I just clearly am not capable of winning this game if my life was on the line. But yeah, the doctor appointment or the eye appointment is the reason that the video is going to be late as well. Late is a relative term. I mean, obviously it's been the attempted time, but what did I just? Stable system for 30 seconds? What the heck does that mean? Oh, I used one of these. Oh, okay, so pretty much figured out the whole thing right in that random time. I don't know if I've ever used an antidote before, but apparently it just makes me immune to effects for a second. So I know it cleared them, I just didn't know that it would give me the effect called stable system. I've never seen that before. Yeah. Also was a little late because I stayed up late last night watching Critical Role. I've been behind on that for a while, but I recently got back into it. It's just an incredible D&D program if you guys haven't seen it before. Spoilers if you're planning on watching it, and then other various warnings if you don't care at all and are about to be at least momentarily not interested. I got to episode 26 of season 2, which is where Molly Mock dies, and it's pretty tough because basically, what happened? Basically, the character, they were in a tough spot, but many things led up to the death of the character. One specifically, so he's playing the Blood Hunter class, which means that you can extract, basically damage yourself in order to get a little bit of extra damage. And he did that, but he did it when he was low on health and he didn't even realize, and he was fighting a particularly gruesome enemy. So he basically, the second he did it, he just got full killed, and it was really hard to watch. They talk about it in the show, but I mean, when you really, and I've been playing D&D for a while now, when you get attached to a character, those character deaths are so painful. No complaints here. Yeah, no, I mean, even I will obviously, I'm not playing that campaign with them, but still, it's extremely sudden, and there's nothing you can do about it. And when you set up all those characters, there's all sorts of backstory and stuff that you're waiting to explore across an entire campaign. So, and it's not like you intend on dying in that specific situation. Like in a movie, you can at least guarantee that the stories and stuff are wrapped up, but here it just kind of happens if you lose a fight. You got this is bad. This is very bad. You have an ongoing story on top of a video game type scenario where you're fighting things and enemies and people. So it's tough, but I think the game at the end of the day is not nearly as fun without those kind of stakes. And honestly, the craziest part about it was that or not the craziest, because it's totally understandable. It's just so dumb that it actually happened. Was the amount of hate that the people involved got, like the people who play the characters, and obviously Matt Mercer, the DM, for killing the character. I mean, even though it's not like he did it himself, characters made decisions that ended up in that situation. But it really reminds me of the like Star Wars in that kind of situation, like personally, and I'm gonna lose the few subscribers I have for saying this, but I think The Last Jedi might be my favorite Star Wars movie, and I'm not just saying that to be like different or anything like that. I will say, like, in general, like Star Wars, it's not my favorite, like not my favorite franchise. Okay, I'm not gonna die here. I would love that burger, but I think it's pretty much gone. Yeah, it's not my personal favorite franchise, but I still enjoy the movies, like as a casual fan. And can I bribe this guy to bounce? Okay, that would be a bold threat. Yeah, I just, the most frustrating thing to me is that people didn't like the movie just because the things that happened to the characters didn't go administer blood bag. Oh, okay. Also, will you leave town? Will you leave town? Come on. You had to make that slightly more difficult than it had to be. This is gonna be tough. Of course, the one that I like completely separated from the. Why did he die instantly? How is he so weak? I'm just trying to get close to this guy. Okay. Yeah, people were mad that their own personal like expectations and opinions in terms of like storylines didn't end up panning out, and I could just never relate to that at all. I think it's just like the amount of like fake control that people feel like they should have over their favorite like mediums and that kind of stuff is so silly to me. I don't know. Like, it's dangerous. That's like the dangerous thing about making your own expectations and having like these theories and stuff, that if you get too attached to them, I can understand how you might be a little displeased if it doesn't end up panning out, but I still feel like you kind of have a responsibility to at least not be a jerk about it, you know. But still, people get death threats, blame actors and stuff for ruining their favorite movies, even though they did a perfectly fine job and they just didn't personally enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. The internet can be super toxic sometimes. It's frustrating, but I've just never had that problem personally. I can understand where, like, if you, like, I did not mean that. For example, like, I have been reading Spider-Man comics for as long as I can, like, remember, like, just absolutely forever. And there have obviously been many interpretations of the character and the story and the various surrounding aspects of what happens there. Oh my god. You know what? Let's at least just try out a cool character. Have we never played as the mobster? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you know what? We'll end it on at least an expose of a character that I've never played before. Business owners for money. If you fail a level, you can make it up later. Oh, that seems pretty easy, actually. I wish this guy wasn't so slow. Threat. Yes. You know what? This seems like my kind of character. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I've never personally been offended. I mean, I guess to be fair, I've enjoyed many of the interpretations. Like even the Andrew Garfield ones, I didn't hate. You know, there were flaws and there were good parts, but you know, do I have to escort him back? Okay, exit. Run with me, please. Yeah, I mean, they still did a lot of stuff right. I thought the Lizard was still a pretty cool villain, and I think that Jamie Foxx is generally a good actor, and he did a pretty solid job. Taking an interesting turn on the character of Electro, but I do think that there are some flaws to that one. But then, I don't know, I guess maybe I've just got lucky because, yeah, I love Spider-Man, absolutely adore that character, and he's gotten 3 pretty good, or varying in range, but pretty good interpretations across, like, the various screens. But, also, like, my favorite villain has always been Mysterio, and personally, I think what they did with this character in the most recent movie is just freaking awesome. I absolutely loved how they played it, and thought Jake Gyllenhaal was awesome, and like the different effects that they had were some of the... Oh. Well, give me your money. I thought he was gonna give me his money. Submissive. That is a new... It's a new, like, opinion on somebody that I haven't seen before. It's interesting. Okay. What are we looking at? We need 2, 3, or 1 more for this floor to be sort of. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't actually got or felt the burn. But I mean, really, I don't know. To be that attached to a character, to a situation that you can't even like accept somebody else's personal opinions of it or insight. What does shakedown even mean? Okay, well, sure. Maybe shakedown goes to not my pockets, and I don't know. I don't know if submissive is a line, so I didn't know if I wanted to do that. But, and honestly, I think sometimes hitting those people might be necessary to really cop debt. What does that mean? Do I owe them money? How does it... I'm interested, like... I honestly totally thought I'd played through... Oh, wow. Most of the DLC characters. Okay, you know, extortion fail. Yeah, okay, that was certainly a mistake. I think I could have laid up on it. Ooh, yeah, so I do have to pay them money. It ain't easy being a gangster. You have responsibilities to fulfill. Okay. I don't, at the very least, I think I do just... I mean, I love this game, but I do just... Even if I lose, I enjoy it for... Shakedown. Okay. Yeah, bold of me to do that when I could get a mission from him. Yeah, I mean, I still enjoy it even if I don't win, which tends to happen most of the time. I mean, I was playing on Switch a couple days ago, and we were in a pretty good spot for a win. I don't remember. I think my friend was using the cannibal. I was maybe the cop. And we... Look, I don't want to be cocky, but based on perks and all that kind of stuff, I felt like we were pretty locked in for a win. Ooh. Okay. Oh, dude. I think it shows. I've been rushing a lot of this stuff recently. This is a week final episode, which just basically means that I'm going to have to come back. I do think that once I do get more time to make videos, I am going to basically restart this series and start it from, like, the Switch, because I think you guys will be impressed by, compared to this, how terrible I am at this game, how good I am on... I mean, I'm not outstanding or anything, but I can actually win. I have won before. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have the time to dedicate another, like, 2 hours into making the video, so I think I am going to have to chop it off here. Yeah, stick around. There will eventually be more Streets of Rogue gameplay, but thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.